Good afternoon, good morning to everybody. Ham Radio 2.0 Lunchtime Livestream. Thanks for being here today, guys. We're going to get started here just in 1 minute. Here's a real quick message from my friends at Bridgecom Systems. If you're a ham looking to get into DMR, you need to go check out their plug-and-play package, link in the description. It's a handheld DMR radio and digital hotspot combo that comes pre-programmed with all of your information so that all you have to do to get on the air is just turn it on and press the PTT button. You'll also get access to their beginner to expert courses about your DMR gear through Bridgecom University. Give them a call at 816-532-8451 to talk with their dedicated in-house radio advisors. They are happy to help you out. Thank you, Bridgecom, for supporting this channel. Is Ham Radio 2.0 Lunchtime Livestream. Thank you for being here today, everybody. Boy, we had 37 people waiting before it went live. That's a really good number for people to be waiting on a lunchtime, middle of the day stream for Wednesday. So thanks for being here today, guys. This should be a fun episode. Been wanting to do this for a while. Bob's been hitting me up about stuff and to try to get this done. So we're going to talk about DMR Talkgroups today. And he's going to show us some things about how to go through and set your talk groups on radioid.net. If you're a repeater owner, you can go through and make sure that your talk groups are all properly documented on radioid.net, and then it'll show up on the RFinder app. If you don't use or have the RFinder app, number one, I suggest getting it. I've used it for a long time, and I really enjoy it. But if you don't have the RFinder app, it's still good. You can still go to radioid.net and look up talk groups for the repeaters when you're going through and programming your code plug for whatever radio you're using. So this is not only for users of the RFinder app, although it does benefit us a little bit more. But you can still, but this information is readily available on radioid.net, which is where you register your call sign and get your first and second DMR subscriber ID to put into your radio. Or if you're a repeater owner, if you've registered your repeater ID there, it'll be a place for you to document your talk groups so everybody else can go look and see what your talk groups are. So with that, I'm going to bring in Bob, and we're going to see what we can do here on that right there. I got to unmute you, Bob, and then move you over there. What's up, man? How are you today?
Hey, you had me muted this whole time? What the heck?
Yeah, I had you muted. Yeah. I'm used to Frank, man. I have to mute everybody. If I don't know what's going on in the background, I mute you. So.
Oh, okay. Well, you never know what's going on in the background over here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
How you doing today?
Oh, pretty good, man. How's the weather out there in New York?
It's actually pretty horrific, quite frankly.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's been cold here for the last 2 or 3 days. We were like in the mid 70s all week last week. In fact, pretty much for all of November. That's
which see the weather's just it's just a train wreck here in New York. Global warming. We have palm trees up here and stuff. So
yeah, totally. Yeah, goodness, but it's like in the 40s today. I think it's about. I don't know what it is. I think it's about 40 something in Texas today. So it's finally gotten cold after, I don't know, a month and a half of not having actual cold weather.
Yeah, no, it was actually very warm, and we actually have a really cool rainy day. I actually had to get up and close the windows. Like, wait a minute, the window's open.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, why are my hands cold? Oh, the window's open.
Cool, man. So tell us a little bit about, so you have partnered with the guys at Radio ID, with Glenn and those folks up there.
Yeah.
And
we actually did it a while ago. It's actually, it's actually well over a year old.
Okay. But it's gone through a few renditions, has it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better every week. Actually, we come up with something new. So.
Good.
What we've been trying to do is, the whole issue with, non-Brandmeister repeaters that, when you create your static talk groups on your C bridge or whatever you're using to do your repeater linking, that if you don't document the talk groups properly, then it's very difficult to create code plugs. And as you well know, you have to look in 15 different places to figure out, what are the talk groups I want for what machine. And even when they do document it, sometimes it's so nebulous. It's like, well, that's kind of ambiguous. Well, you know, how do we really, you know, do this?
Yeah.
So we've,
and that's still true for a Brandmeister talk group, or a I should say Brandmeister repeater, because now it doesn't really matter your code plug as to which talk groups are and are not static. But it will keep you from kerchunking static talk groups if you're able to go and look and see which talk groups are static on what repeater. And I know a lot of Brandmeister guys who will take one time slot and connect it to Brandmeister, and the second time slot they'll use just for local traffic. Well, who knows if they're doing that with time slot 1 and 2.
Well,
so
actually,
it's good.
Actually, RFinder knows that. So
okay.
What we've done is, as part of the whole, I call it the talk group documentation project.
Yeah.
One of the things that we did was we actually mine all of the Brandmeister masters every day to get static configurations, and then we associate them with the repeaters. And I'll show that to you in a little bit. But we've actually fixed that problem. Like, you know what is linked on what statically in Brandmeister and it's actually a little easier with them because it's just dynamic. So I can grab it every day.
Right.
It changes.
Right.
We update it once a day. So, and we're actually going to probably move to a quasi real time with them at some point. So, we're working on that. And you know, but so anyway, so you know, as Jason said, you know, we created something called the Talkgroup Documentation Project. We found that in order to create a radio that really never needs a code plug, it was helpful to actually know what was configured on each repeater. And it's been a bit of a challenge. We're about 2/3 of the way through the static machines. We need your help, and that's why I'm here today. I'm hoping that I can talk you guys into fixing the rest of it. And when you fix it, you not only fix it for RFinder users, you fix it for all users, because we feel that the talk group documentation is so important to DMR in general that we share that freely with Radio ID. In real time as it happens. So as people make changes, it'll show up on their system, it'll show up on our system in real time. And if anybody's pulling information from them, it'll show up for them also. So you know, any other websites. And we've done some other things too to make it easier to disseminate that information. I mean, one of the biggest problems we have in DMR is islands of information.
Right.
So, you know, for instance, what's the website you guys have down there in Texas? The
DMRtexas.net.
DMR Texas. The DMR Texas. You know, when you guys document your talk groups on there, you're not sharing it in a centralized way. It's really in a very distributed way. So the guys in Texas know what it is, but if somebody's trying to get at that information from another place, it's challenging. So we're looking at it that really everybody should be able to look at one canonical source, which is Radio ID or RFinder, because that's where we generate it from anyway. But hopefully you guys you know, support us. We work really hard for you, and you know, the $12.99 a year is well worth the ability to get to any of the DMR information worldwide, quite frankly, without having to search in 15 different places to do it.
While you're talking about that, I'll interrupt you real quick, which I can't remember if I've told you this or not. My 14-year-old nephew, who was in the chat today, got his ham license about a month ago.
Hey, congratulations, nephew. What's his name?
Yeah, Bristow.
Bristow. Yo!
Yeah.
Shout out to Bristow. What's his call sign?
KI5SMG.
Congratulations,
is his call sign.
When I did it.
So I want to. So he took a. I gave him a couple of just. I gave him a Bofang, and I gave him a Redivis, that Redivis RT85 that I just did a YouTube video on. Both analog radios. The Bofang's a tri-band, but the other one's a dual band. Haven't gotten him into DMR yet. That's the next step. DMR and All-Star both. He texted me the other night, and he's like, "Hey, where can I find repeater info?" And I sent him to Repeater Book because it was just easier to explain over text messaging. And he took one of those Bofang radios and he all by himself and got on the repeater, no help at all. So he's figured it out real quick. But I want to buy him.
But he should know, honestly, like he should know that like all youth, like worldwide, we give away RFinder to youth. So like,
okay, well that was what I was about to say. I was gonna say I wanted to buy it for him, but if he's under what age do you do that?
Up to 21 until you're finished with
college. Up to 21. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So all they got to do is go
okay.
into and install RFinder on their device. If it's on an Apple, they have to purchase it to get the Apple license, but then we give them an extended subscription until the end of their college. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. I think, yeah, he's got an iPhone, so he can get it there.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Install the app and then let us know what the email and call the email is that he used, and I'll just give him and stuff.
Okay, I'll circle back with you after we're done on this.
Sure,
so good, because I'd rather him use RFinder anyway. So
we
okay,
also
good.
do for kids. We also do an annual college scholarship for that's through the league manages that for us. So we do a college scholarship every year also for an amateur radio operator going to college. So we like to do stuff for the youth. We do a lot of stuff for Boy Scouts and stuff.
Yeah. I knew you were in the Boy Scout Yoda or the what's Jamboree Joda.
Jamboree on the air, but we do other things like like we'll take down towers for widows, and then we install them at scout camps, for instance. That's one of the things we like to do. Grab the antennas, they're blind.
Yeah. Speaking of towers, are we going to see a crank up tower here at the for Winter Field Day in Texas?
You got to figure out a way of picking it up, man. I got an Illumina.
Okay.
I removed an Illumina tower for a that was actually like semi-permanently installed for a not a widow but an estate, and I removed the estate, and so
is it at your home now?
Yeah, it's sitting in the backyard.
Okay.
Yep, and it's got a stepper. It's got a stepper 3 element.
Oh boy, Howie's in the chat. We're doomed now. So, but okay, good. Well, let's talk about that offline as well, because we got to make a plan for that before Winter Field Day. So cool, man. Okay, so go ahead and start us off. What's with the Talkgroup documentation project? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, we started it. It's actually going on 2 years, and what we did was we started saying, well, how do we start gathering the information about talk groups in a more efficient manner, so that even on statically configured machines and networks, that we could then have that information centrally centrally stored. So what we did was we worked with Glenn at Radio ID, and we created a user interface that he was able to snap into his website, into the Radio ID website in the SysOp portal, to allow SysOps to properly document. Because it used to be that they would send in this text file, and the text file never had a standard format. So we had to write like 30 different parsers to try to figure out, and rip that data apart and make it structured. So that was very, very difficult. And what we did instead was, I'm just going to share off a screen. Do you mind if I share a screen off?
No, go ahead. So
what we did was in Radio ID, and let me know when it pops.
Yeah, that's good.
It's there. It's in the stream. All right. Yes. So anyway, so this is Radio ID on a repeater. You click on repeaters and you choose a repeater. And if you look down here, there's a use RFinder TG documentation project. You just set it to yes. You sync it, and then you can edit it, and then you can add talk groups. Now this is a test machine. It's a Brandmeister machine, so I don't normally have anything in this one. But let's say I wanted to add 91 on slot 1. For Worldwide English, and it's on PPT, and that's it. And by doing that, I just sent that over to Radio ID. It's now like on Radio ID also. So so anybody that owns a machine, hopefully we can get them to start, if they haven't done it already, to please come in here, opt in, and then sync it, and then edit it. And then it gives you a very easy user interface to add and delete talk groups to your machine. You can easily delete them, just delete them. It happens in real time. It goes over to them, and that's it. It's very straightforward. Good. Now, now for RFinder users, okay, I actually have your neck of the woods up here, and this is the DKW machine in Farmersville. You can see that we have the list of configured talk groups on this one, and a user of RFinder is able to just go in and edit the talk groups. Okay, so if you know the talk groups are wrong, and if it's missing something or not configured at all, just go in. It's very simple. You come in here, you can add the groups and save them. And then all you have to do is go over to your RFinder, pull down on the repeater list, and it'll be updated immediately on your RFinder. So if you see a repeater you want to use, and you know the talk groups, and it's on their website, and they haven't updated it yet, by doing it here, it stores it in RFinder, and then also sends it to Radio ID in in quasi real time. So they'll have
now. How are you getting to that screen you're on? Because I've got Radio ID pulled up over here on my other monitor. So how did you get to that?
This one here, I did it through web.rfinder.net. So this is the web query tool for RFinder, and as you can see, I put in the lat long for Dallas.
Gotcha.
These are just the machines around Dallas.
Okay, gotcha.
On Radio ID, hold on, if I can find it here. There it is. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, here it is. On Radio ID, I just have to click on the edit button down here.
Right. Okay.
I have to opt in. See, opt in first.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, that part I saw. I missed the web dev for the actual rfinder.net. Okay. So, all right. So any repeater owner.
And if you guys want to grab this URL, because anybody, even if they're not using RFinder, quite frankly, we want to make this available to everybody. So I just, so if you should have on your clipboard the URL if you want to paste it in somewhere for them. All they have to do is add the DMR ID at the end, and anybody can modify a DMR machine, whether they're in RFinder or not. But like I said, I'm hoping that people support us. We're working really hard for the community. So, but we make it so that we're trying to make this so that anybody can do this and get this moving. So because it's that it's really that important. It's probably the most important thing in DMR is that we properly document this worldwide. And we're pulling like automatic feeds from other networks that actually have it well documented, like DMR Italy, DMR Australia. They already have that stuff documented in a URL. We just grab it every day and we assimilate it into the database. Same thing with in England with UK repeaters. So the guys on the Phoenix system there, we grab the information out of Phoenix also, and update all the repeaters in England that way also every day at midnight Eastern time. So it's always being updated. It's being updated every day, and with the help of everybody, I'm hoping, like right now, I have somewhere around here, we're up to 3710 at my last check. 3711 of machines that are actually static machines that are updated. So gotcha. So we're getting there. So as people do this number will rise, and God willing, it was at 3628 a couple of weeks ago. So we've had quite a few in the last within the last month even. Okay. So so we just keep keep updating it, and then let me kill that. And then over here, this one here, this is actually kind of interesting. I worked with what's his name at DMR Texas?
Chris.
We worked with Chris to create this, and anybody can use this. And this URL, this TG query, once they edit it, they can stick it in an iframe in their website, and it'll automatically list the current configuration. So they don't have to edit the website anymore, right? Good. So if they want to have it listed locally on the website, they just take this URL and plunk it into their website, and it'll just show it. So so that's another kind of cool function that we've added. So that, because we don't want islands of information, we want everything sourced from the same place. Okay. Right. Not just for us, like obviously it's good for our users to have be able to just point and click on the screen and have it come up automatically. But we want everybody to have access to it, because we feel that it's that important to share it, quite frankly. So like on this screen here, is this up right now?
Yeah.
It is. Okay.
Yeah.
This one here, this is actually a feed from the RFinder devices going all the way back to the M1. And when a radio is on promiscuous and is receiving Talkgroup time slots and it can identify the DMR ID, it sends it to the database and we update them automatically. So we're doing all. Is that me or you?
No, that's me. Sorry, I turned it off.
All right. So anyway, so we're doing all kinds of stuff, even passively in the background. We're trying to get this information from every place we possibly can. We even attempted to write a routine that sits inside the C bridge and milks it in real time and sends it over, but it ended up not working as well as we wanted to, and we didn't continue with that angle. We may go back to it and revisit it with Rayfield. So we're doing all kinds of stuff to make this happen, and quite frankly, if we jump into can I share the B1?
Yeah. While you're setting that up, Bob. So Chris is in the chat right now. Chris KD5HIY. He's the admin of our DMRTexas.net. So he's like, I'm happy y'all are doing this show. So appreciate you being here, Chris.
Thanks for your support, buddy boy. Thank you so much, man. It was the right thing.
Yeah, no doubt. So and Mike KD2SXD from Florida. He's like, do you have to be a sysop to help out? And we already answered that, but no, you don't.
Everybody, if you're an RFinder user, it's very easy. You just go into web.rfinder.net, find the machine, click on DMR Talkgroups button, and just start editing it, and that shares it with everybody. So, like I said, please install RFinder. If you have an iPhone, you install it. It includes your first year. It's $12.99 a year. So just install it on your iPhone. It gives you access to everything. Install it on your Android and then subscribe. It gives you access to everything, and that one subscription works on as many devices you want to install it on. So if you have a B1, a B10, and
right, I have it on 4 devices right now. So, but no, he says he's got a website, I guess similar to ours. He's got a website here in North Florida, South Georgia, that he wants to get with you about. So,
tell him to get me on Facebook Messenger. I'll be glad to give him everything he needs to know, man. Absolutely, and that's true for anybody. You can always search for me on on the RFinder Android Radio group on Facebook. And get me on Messenger, and we'll feed you everything you need. Me or my TA Joe Humberger is doing a fantastic job. By the way, he just is releasing RFinder version 10 today.
I saw that earlier. I've got
we're excited about it. It's really kick butt.
It's not showing up for me, but I've got the 10 beta on here, and I think that's why. So is it live in the Play Store now?
Yeah, I think he just posted it to Play Store, so it might take a few minutes.
But maybe Google might take some time.
Yeah, version 10 is cool. It's got all the radio over IP stuff for the B1. It's not quite ready on the B1 Plus, but that'll be coming very, very shortly. The ones that people are getting right now are B1 Pluses, and we just had to make a little, more than a major change because of Android 9. But we're in the middle of finishing that up. So. So this is inside of an RFinder B1, and if we take a look, there's a DMR here machine here from Limemark, and if we look here, we have all the Talkgroup time slots programmed in through the Talkgroup documentation project. And if I click set parameters, I can pick whatever I want, point and click out of the list. So I never had to create a code plug to do this. This is all dynamically happens on our devices. And like I said, if you do an update on the website, you want to see it on the radio happen immediately, you just pull down on the list. So you just literally pull down on the list, and you can see it through the fairly cool thing, and it updates. And the next time you go in, it'll have the latest updates that you made. So eventually, it'll automatically update in the background. But if you want to see it immediately, that's how you would do it. So we're doing all kinds of stuff to try to fix this code plug problem. It's and anybody that's tried to create a code plug and do research to make code plugs knows what I'm talking about. I hear it all the time. I hear people on all the talk groups complaining about it, and we're trying to fix it. Work with us. Hello.
It's not difficult to build a code plug. It's just time consuming.
It's time consuming,
it's just time consuming.
No, it's time consuming, but it's one of the hardest things is to do the research to make it.
Yes.
RFinder has got all the information in there.
Yeah.
It's got in there, you know, and as the information gets updated, I'm hoping that we get lots of new machines done today, hopefully, after how many people we got on here today?
105 right now.
105. All right. So maybe we'll get
two people, including my friend Steve KO4AFL, have asked about an RFinder B1 Plus giveaway. And my response to that is Bob has to send me one of those before we're going to do a giveaway on this show.
Honestly, like we're very short on units. Like we're trying to get them as fast as we can. As soon as they get here, they go out as fast as they go out. So it's not.
I do have the tablet.
I've
got the P10 tablet. Been tinkering with that for a few weeks. It's really nice.
Tablet is cool.
Really nice tablet. Still using my B1 phone for now.
And the 7-inch, you guys are hearing it here today first. The 7-inch is coming back.
Oh, really? Okay.
By popular demand. It's coming back in the new DT865 platform that's on the B1 Plus and the P10. So it'll be coming out on this. And I should be having prototypes sent to me to check the software.
Can mine be updated to that, or is it different hardware?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean you have an old 7? You have a B1, like you have a DT865.
No. I have a P2 tablet.
Oh, you have a P2. That's based on the same hardware as the B1. So I can't update that. Hardware is still the same. So the P10 though, includes an SDR, an RTL SDR module. So it's got actually 2 antenna ports on it. So, and I do have more of these coming in. So if anybody wants one, get a hold of me. But it's got, an antenna port here for your SDR, an antenna port here for your UV.
The one on the left, if you're looking at the screen, the one on the left is the SDR port.
The one next to the knob is the RF module port.
Okay, so that that makes sense. Okay, good, because I want to do some tinkering with this thing on.
Yeah, no, it's actually pretty cool. Makes a nice pan adapter. So. I mean, we use it here in the lab a lot for like testing, for radios on frequency or whatever. We use it. I can't afford a station monitor. If anybody has a good deal, get a hold of me. I need one really bad. Although I don't think I'll be able to get a digital one, but you never know. Maybe we'll get lucky. So So hey Bentley, what's up? I thought I'd give a couple of shout outs that I'm seeing pop up.
Yeah, go ahead.
David Holt. Who else is in there saying hi? So
Don Izzo, Smoke Signals RF was in there earlier.
Hey, yeah. How we doing? Good stuff.
Special shout out to all the folks in green text. You guys are my YouTube channel members that help support the channel, so appreciate you guys being here today. But yeah, that's good because I've got some plans for what to do with the hardware I've got around here because I've got the B1, the P2, and the P10. The P10 I'm keeping. But the P2, I was thinking about maybe doing. I'm interested to hear what you think about this. I'm thinking about maybe doing a giveaway with it, something like that.
Yeah, why not? As well.
So but I don't know how far you can update that one if everything's going to the new platform.
No, once you get it up to 18.8, it's stable. We may have another one after that. Maybe, I don't think so, but we might.
Okay.
It's stable at 18.8. We're going to do other ones with the Android security patches.
Okay.
So that will be coming, but right now it's fine as it is. That one's working on DMR ROIP. If you guys don't know this, the RFinder devices do radio over IP without actually having to have a hotspot. So, for instance, if I share this off again, okay, I go into RFinder. Let's close the directory, and so this is the new interface that we're just releasing. This is obviously version 10, release candidate 1. This is not the release level that just came out about an hour ago, but one of the couple of functions we have in here, if we go to the DMR ROIP options, You can choose a Brandmeister service selection and put in your Brandmeister hotspot password. And I guess I'm guessing I'm gonna have to change that now, but whatever. Don't hijack me, all right?
You should go change that pretty quick, dude. Or mask that freaking password.
Yeah, you know, somebody's gonna hijack me. Whatever, I'll just change it a little bit. But on the new interface here, you can see that we're on group 31770, which is the RFinder group for those that don't know. But in the lower left, there's a DMR ROIP button. And literally to switch over to ROIP, it's one button press. We just connected to the Spanish Brandmeister. And I don't know, is any of our users on 31770? Let's see. Hey, W2CYK, anybody copy?
I still can't get it to take my Brandmeister password.
That's ridiculous.
I changed it. Well, Brandmeister's ridiculous in and of itself, but leaving that aside.
All right, let's pretend you're right. It is Florence. Florence is poking in. So
Florence.
Yeah, Florence.
Okay. Yeah.
WN6V, W2CYK on the live stream. How you doing? So anyway, so we're going out over radio over IP right now.
Yeah.
I might be muted. No, that's right. No, we're not going to get any because I'm muted out. But anyway, that's how it works. So Roger is poking in now. So you can see that we have DMR over IP, and that's without a hotspot. We're going directly in to the Brandmeister network straight over. Straight directly to a master. So right now you saw I was connecting to the Spanish master.
W2CYK, W2CYK, WM6V stroke B.
All right. So there's Florence. Okay, you can hear it perfectly clear.
Yeah.
There's Howard.
WB2TQA.
All right. Yeah. So anyway, so you can see it's perfectly clear. It's actually really clear. So kind of nice. I think it's clearer than it's clearer than a hotspot. So
we're going to lay on a live stream.
There he is.
Everybody's coming in. So
yeah.
So I'm going to shut this off now.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, John. Shout out to Mike in Laurel, New Jersey. Anyway.
Yeah.
See, it's working quite nicely. Oh, and actually, we have this really cool thing we just added. I just came up with this crazy idea that if you want to listen to multiple talk groups, kind of like promiscuous mode, but in the context of IP, you can say, listen to, let's listen to 93. Let's listen to, what's a busy one in Texas? 3148 or something?
On Brandmeister, I couldn't tell you.
Oh, all right. Anyway, 3100, right? So I'm just like putting in a couple of talk groups to listen to, and then I say, listen, it goes into multi-RX. And then as the traffic comes in, it tells you what talk group it came in on. And then all you have to do is hit that switch button in the lower right, and it'll switch the transmitter and receiver over to that. So if anybody's still on, just key it up.
Yeah, you need to.
I know. We heard you. Anyway, somebody just key up on on one of those three groups.
Somebody will. Yeah, it's there's John KC5LAA. I know him. He's down here in Kima. It's just north of Galveston.
So anyway, so it's really fun. It's like you know, it's you hit switch and it switches the transmitter and receiver over to over to whatever talk group, the last talk you heard.
Yeah.
And if you can't remember what it was because you're coming in too fast, you can always hit the last heard button and switch over to whatever talk group it came in on. So, so that's something else we threw in on this. So it's kind of cool. I'm going to turn off ROIP and get rid of it. So anyway, and let me just.
There you go. Yep. That's better.
Yep. So anyway, so that's what we got going on with that. It's a lot of fun. Everybody's having a great time with DMR ROIP. We'll have it running shortly on the B1 Plus for those of you who just got B1 Plus in the last couple of weeks. So we're a little bit behind schedule on it. There was a major architectural change on Android 9 that caused us to have to do a whole set of reprogramming. We had to implement something called AIDL, if any of you know what that means. And this morning we were actually testing with China. We were receiving from receiving perfectly. I'm sorry, we were transmitting perfectly. We're working on the reception portion now, so we'll have that done in a few days, God willing. So we're getting close.
Good.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. It's this, as you well know, when you buy the radio today, it's a different radio in a year because we just keep adding stuff, adding stuff to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's been added for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really fun. So I mean, the B1 is a completely different radio than when we first released it. We really exploited a lot of the new stuff that we were able to do, and the capability of doing dual band and and all that stuff, and radio over IP, obviously, and making the DMR data better and blah blah blah. So we've been we've just been on fire with it, really cooking.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah.
So let's see. Jay asks, when are you gonna get ROIP working with TGIF?
That's a really good question, Roy, and I'm glad you asked it. I've been trying to get the guys at TGIF to add the Open DMR terminal protocol. That's what we use right now with Brandmeister, and it's literally an IP endpoint. It's not a hotspot, so it's a little bit different than a hotspot because the context is we're not transmitting out. We're not recording audio, digitizing the audio, packetizing it, sending it through a modem, exciting an RF transmitter, and sending it out an antenna. It's completely different. We're taking the encoded audio and then sending it into Android, and then we have a bunch of processes there that feed the queue into whatever service we're connecting to. So to Brandmeister at this point. There's no endpoint protocol on TGIF, and we've been trying to ask it because Open DMR terminal, there's a Git for it. I said, would you guys please lift it out and snap it into your server? And they haven't done that yet. And so if you guys want to pressure them to do that, it would be really, really great. It'd be helpful if they hear from people that they really want this. It'd be very, very helpful for us to be able to do it. It'll actually be very easy if they do it, to be able to turn it on. If they don't, we're examining Homebrew right now, the Homebrew protocol, to see if we can adapt it as an endpoint. We're considering that option if we don't get cooperation. So, I mean, right now they're accepting Homebrew connections from repeaters. So if we have to do that, then we'll have to do that. If they work, if they work with us and get the endpoint protocol snapped in, which shouldn't be too tough, it would be very helpful, and it would enable multi-RX, for instance, which would be difficult for us to do on Homebrew. Maybe, I don't know. Theoretically, I don't know. Right now, it's in theory.
Yeah.
What other questions? Okay. Bombard me with questions, everybody.
Yeah.
Ask me any question you want. By the way, where's the stream? I don't see the stream of people.
Oh, yeah, I can switch to just don't have it that view.
Oh, okay.
So Scott Gibson, thank you for joining the YouTube channel membership. Appreciate you being there. Let's see. Frank's in there making smart comments, but I would expect nothing less.
Hey, shout out to Bruce. Thanks, Bruce. I appreciate that. A lot of people feel that way, and thank you. We work really hard for you guys, so And let's see, Quilly. Yeah. Your P10 will have DMR ROIP shortly. Like I said this morning, we were actually testing transmission. So transmission is working nicely. Now we're working on reception. So should be good. Days, hopefully, to be able to start in the P10 chat group. We'll start doing betas in there shortly.
Good. Not
much. What did Scott Gibson want?
Let's see. Oh, he wants a DMR ROIP app for a regular Android device.
Well, he can just use DroidStar is doing it on a generic Android. We started to do it, quite frankly. We had it working a year ago. Remember we had that prototype working?
Yeah, vaguely.
And then we found out that the codec that we were using was a definite problem with DVSI. So we had to stop that. And in fact, it looks like DroidStar came to the same conclusion because they uncoupled the codec from their app, and you have to go to some generic website to download the codec and install it manually. So I think they came to the same conclusion we did.
Good. Okay. I quite frankly, I'm not interested in that. I'm not
Hey, wait,
interested in
hold it. Pat O'Day.
Yeah.
Pat O'Day, this is not the place to get support. Get me on Messenger. I'll be glad to help you all afternoon. If
Yeah.
you're not transmitting, get a hold of me directly.
Mhm.
Okay? No need to transmit it to everybody. We can fix it for you, not a problem.
Let's see. Who else was it? I was just reading something. Smoke Signals RF says, "Is this the right stream to ask tablet versus handheld?"
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
What's your question?
So, yeah, tablet. Well, which one does he want? Tablet versus handheld?
Oh,
I would say if you're
say
planning,
handheld is much more flexible. I mean, if you're going to be walking around, here's the thing.
If you're gonna replace your handheld, or if you don't mind carrying around two phones with you, then get the handheld. Otherwise, if you don't want to replace your phone, I would say get the tablet myself. The screen's a hell of a lot bigger.
Now, here's my take. If you want to have the tablet for like a desktop unit or for a mounted in your car unit, like I use my 7 in the car. This is my mobile unit, right? So I use it in the car, okay, and it works quite nicely. And I have one of our old UHF amplifiers attached to it because we're not doing any VHF DMR in our area. So we're working on a dual band amplifier, by the way, soon, God willing. But I would say get a handheld. Absolutely. Get a handheld. And we've got a pile on the shelf right now. We'd love to get rid of them. So why don't you get a hold of us? And so does Gigaparts. And so does
Gigaparts.
RO. They got them in stock. So go get your B1s. Have some fun. Yes, B1 tablet for your second car. You can only get the tablets directly from me. Get them on. Get me on Messenger. They're. We only do them as.
That's Frank.
Frank who? Oh,
Frank. Yeah.
It's a little it's a little tough for me to focus on it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Frank.
He would normally be here with me today, but he has to. He's back at working in his office every day now, so.
Where do you get RFinder swag? Well, that's a good question. Right now, if you go to gold medal, what are they called? Gold medal design?
Gold medal ideas.
The gold medal ideas. You can find them on Facebook or on the web, the interwebs. They have all of our logos, and you can get T-shirts with your with your call sign on it, your name, and on the back we've got like a variety of like really funny sayings on the back. So you can pick one.
I tried to find. I can't find my shirt from Field Day. It's here somewhere, but
in fact, 2.0 Field Day shirt.
Yeah, well, the RFinder shirt that you made.
I know. I got you. Made you a Ham Radio 2.0 Field Day shirt.
Yeah, I know. I can't. I was going to wear it on the stream today, and I couldn't find it. So it's probably hanging in the closet in my RV trailer. So
yeah. So get your swag.
Yeah, all kinds of swag. But so
get your get your swag.
Yeah, that's right. There you go.
Get your swag from Gold Medal.
Yeah.
From Gold Medal, and we've got. I don't make anything on that. I just support. Like their ham radio. Ham radio swag supplier, and I was like, you guys just make the stuff and ship them out to people.
Right. Good.
I don't make anything on it. Just
good.
All for them. We're trying to support everybody, trying to get everybody going. So the last couple of years were pretty rough. So let's keep it going for everybody and keep everybody moving.
Yeah.
So does the directory have the ability to reverse search and search for talk group number or name? And have it tell what server repeaters it's on.
That's an interesting idea.
No, but I'll give that some thought.
Yeah.
Just taking a seat.
So if you want to talk on talk group 3148, you just search for that talk group and use the GPS in the phone, and it'll show you what the closest one is.
Joe, make a note of that, please. Have a note of that. Maybe we'll come up with some kind of a view for that.
That's an idea.
That's a great idea. I mean, honestly, how I've always treated our users are all on the design team.
Yeah.
Right. I've always said that. You've heard me say that for 5 years. Everybody's on the design team. Give me your ideas. and we will do our best to make it happen. And
Mhm.
anybody that is on the B1 Dev group, the P10 Dev group, knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
They have been really interacting. You've seen what's been going on the last month. We've been on fire. We got a new programming team, and we are on fire. So it's been a lot of fun, and I know that a lot of the users have been having a blast. Like, very nice, Scott Gibson. Thank you very much. But anyway, everybody, anybody who's been on the group knows that it's been a lot of fun coming out with version 10, version 8, 9, and 10. In the last 2 months, we've been really flying through the version numbers because major updates. So
Yep.
yes, and Frank will trade the beans. And by the way, everybody that doesn't know this, Frank makes the spiciest baked beans I've ever had, and they are good, really good. They will knock a buzzard off a manure wagon.
Yeah, that's right. We've talked about Frank's different things Frank's cooks on several of the live streams on here. So yeah.
Have you talked about my Texas brisket?
Yeah, we've talked about that a few times. Yeah. So we got to figure out what we want to do next month. But
well, I'm going to come up from. Let's see. Wait a minute. When is?
It's the last weekend of January.
All right, yeah, but when's Orlando?
It's like 2 or 3 weeks after that.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. So Winter Field Day is January 29th and 30th. It's Hamcation is 2 weekends after that.
Right. I'll be in Cozumel the week before, so I'll be coming straight up 2 hours from Cozumel to Dallas.
Yeah, it doesn't take long to get to. It's about that same amount of time to get to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
So
as you can see, my my backyard here in Cozumel.
Yeah.
So yeah, actually, what was the last thing you just said?
Costa Rica.
Oh, Costa Rica. Yeah. How was it?
It was good. We got a hex beam deployed down there.
Wow.
Connected to the Flex radio.
I wanted to go so bad, but I had that whole thing going on in Africa. I was like,
yeah.
That was some crazy trip. Holy shit.
Yep.
For those that don't know,
sure.
I spent 2 weeks in the Congo.
I bet you had to get a lot of shots to do that, right?
I did. I got a lot of shots.
Yeah.
But I was working with the Congolese military, so we're working on implementation for them.
Good.
Big implementation. So that was fun. Huh?
Can the B1 connect to the Phoenix DMR network in the UK?
Absolutely. We update the Phoenix information every night at 9 o'clock at midnight Eastern time.
There you go.
Every night we update Phoenix. We update UK repeaters. So absolutely yes.
Awesome. There you go. Is auto roaming available?
No, but we have semi-automatic roaming available.
So how does that work?
Well, you turn on the roam function, and then there are areas of the country that have done a really nice job of configuring the DMR machines in their neighborhood consistently across machines. So, like for instance, if I land in Portland and I start driving up the Columbia River Gorge, for instance, all the machines along the route have the same DMR configurations. So I can switch from one machine to the next machine to the next machine and maintain the same conversation. So what we did, and I figured this out in Switzerland about 3 years ago or 3.5 years ago, I was driving through Switzerland, and every time I switched machines, I had to then go in and change back to 91 slot 2, 91 slot 2. And then we figured out, well, let's just make this roam mode that when you switch machines on the screen, that it maintains the same Talkgroup time slot. So it works quite nicely. Like if you're in an area like in the Pacific Northwest, I landed in Portland. I started driving up the Columbia River Gorge. I went on the PNW group, the region group.
Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, and just started communicating on. I was talking to a nice couple of guys up there, and we had a nice chat for a couple of hours as I drove up the gorge. And as I was losing one machine, the next machine would come up on the list. I would just touch it and connect to the next machine and just keep talking. So it's not automatic, it's semi-automatic, but in the context of this radio, it makes sense. Because as you're going along, you want to see, well, okay, I can see the bearing and distance of the next machine. I know I'm going in, going east, for instance, the next machine is east of me. Let me hit that machine and connect to it and maintain the same torque. It's worked great. And some of the areas in Texas, same thing. All over Europe, they use Brandmeister, so they're not a problem. They're just dynamic as you go along. So it's, once you pick a group, talk group, time slot, you just keep going. In England, the same thing. The Phoenix machines are very, 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 very consistent. So I've driven from London up to the Newark ham rally up in Newark, England. And as I'm going along and switching machines, it just roams along as you're going along. Roam. So it works quite nicely. You don't have to really think about it much. It's just hit the next machine. So we do have an algorithm for doing it automatically. But until we get more consistent configurations of machines in a regional way, it doesn't even make sense. We've attempted it, and it just doesn't make sense until people are more consistent in their regions. Like you'll have two machines that are 15 miles apart in an area, and the configuration is has nothing to do with each other. And you should have like the same talk groups available in a region so that as you move from machine to machine, you can maintain the same communications. And it's really challenging in some areas. So if I can encourage everybody that are putting up machines to be very consistent in your neighborhood. Okay, take a look at what other people are doing. If you want to add in like some other special links, like you want to throw on, Brandmeister 91 on one of your slots, and link to it that way through one of the linking capabilities, then do it. But in general, like leave your, on PTT, by the way, don't ever like put 90 a hot one because the slot will be tied up. But as you're going and configuring your machines, make them consistent in a region. Look at it like, how does this flow as people are driving down the highway? Okay, am I able to maintain the same communications going on regionally from one machine to the next? So I believe personally, and maybe I'm crazy, and I don't agree on everything, but I think we hope you'll agree on this, that regional talk groups need to be on machines regionally in a consistent way, same slot, in a consistent way, maybe on PTT, but allow it so that you can move through an area and maintain a conversation. That would be a really great thing.
Yeah, it's just up to all the repeater owners to make that happen.
I know.
Some of them don't want to do that, and that's okay. But
I'm just saying
it would be a lot easier if they did. But yes,
I know. Listen, you know me. I'm analyzing this worldwide. I have to look at everybody's nuances in every different country and think about how are we going to structure this stuff in a way that makes sense for each region, for each area.
Right.
You land in Israel, right? Israel is a very interesting place in general, as you know, but but all their machines have 425 on. Okay, so I can talk to anybody on any machine in any DMR machine. Now, they've linked all of their analog machines together on All-Star, and they've taken one DMR radio and donated it as the link to 42555. So if you call on 42555, you're opening up all the analog machines in Israel, which is really cool. If you want to talk to somebody in Israel, it makes it easy, right? 425, 42555. So there's some very interesting things that people do regionally that are different, and that's what I'm saying. You got to look at everybody, and I got to believe me, I talk to a lot of people. Try to make it so that so that the directory follows along in the region as is appropriate.
Good.
Yeah, we work hard at it.
Cool.
Fun.
Good. Awesome. Well, cool, man. We should probably wind this down. We've been going for an hour. People are starting to drop off. So,
What? Hold on. Let's see what else. Very educational. Have your product and project sites apps tested for ADA? What is ADA?
American Disability says for blind and deaf people.
Yeah. Everything is talkback talkback compatible. And on the iPhone, whatever they use on the iPhone, we've tested on that also. And so yes, we've done that for years. I think if anybody remembers, remember the blind guy, Jerry Unseen Bean, the guy that made coffee at Dave Beers, right? He was my test case, right? And he liked an iPhone, he had an Android, so he was my test case to to make it work for the blind. And we have a lot of blind users, and I do something special for the blind. I have a special pricing for blind users, and I help them get the device. Before I ship it to them, I put the basic things in it that they need, like TalkBack, and have it configured so that when they get it, it's ready. I'll even help them log into Google if they want, so that when they get it, they're ready to go. They don't have to try to configure it manually and find a sighted person. They can start using it right away. So let's see who else is. Mike is here. Verification with the APA. How's that? Our network? What? That is how our network is with the. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool, Mike. I don't know which network you're on, but what's the one below that? Listen screen. Blah blah blah. It's behind your head.
Oh, you're reading that?
Yeah, Peter. Something.
B1 multiple listen screen. You added talk group number via the commas. Would it be better with a selection box of numbers and names instead? Otherwise, you need to remember the talk group numbers.
Yeah, Peter, thanks a lot for your ideas. Peter's always throwing new ideas at me, and I appreciate it. And I'll take that offline with you and have a look at it and see what you're talking about. But we're not opposed to changing anything. So if he has a, I was actually thinking about a grid, but we didn't want to limit it to 8 or whatever. So whatever, we'll look at it. Absolutely. I listen to everybody, as you well know.
You don't listen to me that much.
Hey, Frank, come on. Come on, seriously? Let's see. First Coast DMR. Hey, First Coast.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. Who else we got? Abril down in Cozumel, the lovely Abril. Who else we got? Smoke Signals. Hey, buddy, what's up? Yeah,
that's Izzo. That's the guy I went to see in Connecticut when I was up there visiting.
Yeah, totally. I know exactly. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So.
Hey, Lewis, 4Z5 Oscar Tango. Lewis is my whenever I go to Israel, Lewis he calls his guest room Bob's room. Every time I'm in Europe, I take an $80 flight to Israel and hang out with him for a few days. So that's Bob. We diving, we play with radio. I go to the amateur radio breakfast on Tuesday mornings in Haifa. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, Bob's you're going to Dayton, aren't you?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. We probably already got that. We got a couple of things with that already planned. So yeah, be a good show. All right, man. We need to close it.
You just got an invite. So like if Friedrichshafen happens this June, if you want to join me in Friedrichshafen for the ham radio show in Friedrichshafen, we can do some live streams there. And afterwards, we can run over to Israel and go hang out with Lewis. He just invited you to his home in Nahariya.
Oh, okay.
You just got an invite.
Oh, there it is. I see that. Okay.
Yeah,
thank you, Lewis. I appreciate that. That'd be fun. I've been wanting to go to Friedrichshafen. They canceled it last 2 years, and I've never been to that show. So that's something on my bucket list. I want to go at least one time. I just got to find out. It looks like, according to my calendar, it's the last weekend in June, which is Field Day weekend. That's always problematic.
Yeah, it's a problem. I know. Every once in a while they move it to another week, but I think it's going to coincide. So we're going to have to choose. We may not have Field Day.
Well, I mean, I want to go to it one time. So if I have to miss Field Day 1 year, then I have to miss Field Day 1 year. But
it's really special. You're really going to have a great time. It's really, really special. It's a great time. Right. Our friends in Europe are very enthusiastic. The guys in Italy are a blast to hang out with. The Brandmeister guys are there. We can say hello to them, and you can make friends with them. What else? you know, all the countries. It's really cool. You go to each booth for each country, and they all bring like wine from their country. Like there's a lot of wine being poured at Ham Radio for each other. You know, with local cheese, meat, whatever they got. You know, local baked goods. Like they just you know put a layout on the table. It's kind of cool. The crazy guys in Spain with their Serrano ham. They always have a leg of Serrano ham, and they're like slicing pieces off for people.
That sounds good.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's great
good.
fun. That's really fun.
All right. Well, I'm going to shut it off, man.
Really?
People are dropping off. It's supposed to be a lunchtime show, and
all right, whatever.
It's that people are watching on their lunch break. That's kind of what is thing there. And I got a couple of things I want to ask you about afterwards. So,
oh, you bet. All right. Well, thanks a lot for coming in, everybody. Wait, can I? Thank you.
Go ahead. You're fine.
Thanks a lot for coming in, everybody. Thank you all for your, you know, of our users for your support and supporting our crazy project. Especially thanks, big shout out to Joe Humberger, our new programming, you know, development manager. He's doing a kick butt job, and anybody that's involved with what he's been doing knows he has been really kicking it. And thanks to everybody that's been in the betas and been involved in, you know, we've got a lot of people in our B1 betas and our P10 beta stuff as we bring those radios up online and make them have all the newest stuff. You know, to you, those of you that don't have RFinder installed, just take your phone out, install the app. Come on, man, join us. We got some really cool stuff going on. It's you know, we work hard for you. Your $12.99 a year, you know, goes to all kinds of stuff, including, you know, our annual college scholarship and stuff we do for the scouts and whatever, as well as supporting radio societies around the world. We do donations to radio societies all over the earth that work with us. So we're just having a great time. What could be better than this?
Yeah.
I look forward to seeing you guys at the Ham Fests. And
that's right. That's right.
And that's what's going on. So thanks all for joining us today. And please go update the talk group time slots on your machines. Go in through the RFinder web.rfinder.net. Please update them as fast as you can. Be accurate about it, but like it'll be good for everybody, because that will flow straight through to you know, Radio ID. So thanks everybody.
Sure. Thanks a lot. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your time, Bob. And yeah, thanks to everybody out there for watching. So we will see you guys next week on the lunchtime live stream. 73 to all.
73, everybody.